Yakasha!
And don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons to stay on top of our latest content, and feel free to leave a comment below. Make sure. Okay, hey everyone, David's back.
William.
What's happening?
DK's back. So here we are now for the back nine of the first round of AM Worlds for William. So if you want to know more about this cat over here, again, watch the front nine and let him tell you who he is. Again, briefly, you know, he is the two-time MP60 World Champion, 2021 and 2022. Here doing commentary with us. I do appreciate him being here. So let's get started. Okay, so now, all right, so we'll get to that. Go to the introduction again here.
Princeton, Indiana.
I think I got Princeton, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's the capital of New Jersey.
Princeton or is it Trenton?
Oh, Trenton.
You can turn in your state
That's
champion
right.
thing.
You know all the capitals.
You need to turn it in now too.
The capital whiz.
Whoops.
All right, here we are, hole 10, par 3, 327, and looks very much like the hole 9 we just played, actually.
Kind of. It's a little different.
Kind of throw down into the woods over there?
Yeah, you have a really low ceiling, and if I remember correctly, there's a mando on the right, so you can't just take a huge hyzer right.
Is that tree like right in the way off the tee, man?
It was.
You're going to throw around it?
I don't think.
It looks like it'd be
Yeah,
away from me of being a lefty.
It's a little tight, but yeah.
I guess it's just that perspective we're looking at it at.
And this one, you got a little grove of trees up ahead. The basket is like down the slope behind them, and then there's an OB that's maybe 15, 20 feet behind it. So it's.
This one's. It was a kicker.
What are you throwing here?
I'm throwing a Buzz OS. Just forehanding it, trying to get it straight.
And it's going to be a flick out from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got it a little high. Yeah. High,
Tree gobbler.
Dude looks tall.
It's crazy. He came all the way from Canada, which I don't know how long of a trip it was.
Canada?
Good.
I guess depending on what part you're from.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You know the capitals of the Canadian cities.
I know the capital of Canada. That's all I know. I don't know the provinces.
That's a good looking hole. Do you have to go down? Did y'all have to go down through the tunnel, or could you play a big hyzer out of
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think there was a mando like
Oh,
on
was
the
there a
tree to the
mando?
right. You
I
couldn't
was
take
even
it.
wondering, like, how come y'all are just throwing a big hyzer around that stuff?
Couldn't take it just a big one. That ever been much before.
Yeah, got a little high. Unfortunately, on this one, it went.
Yeah, there's,
Sailing.
and there's OB back there,
Yep.
unfortunately. So, an OB.
And so here he's trying to put back from the OB.
Yep.
And as he fell backwards.
So,
You okay, man?
You okay, man?
it's a tough hole, rough hole. It got me.
Hey, at least it wasn't a bunch of thorns back there.
Guess not.
I had to.
He doesn't remember. He's so disappointed about that one.
I had to meet last year's Worlds. I shanked a shot off and it was thick, just god awful stuff, and it was nothing but friggin' sticker bushes. It was horrible. But I had to crawl in there and throw out because there was no OB line. I had to play from there. I was like 20 foot back in there.
So we ran the gamut on that one there too, between, you know, Will had a double and Josh had a birdie, Matthew had a bogey, and Zachary with a 3.
That was a good birdie. That's a hard
Yep.
birdie.
Very hard hole to get one.
So if you had this blow fly, things would have been over there.
Yeah.
You know, get your stroke back here on this one.
So
Oh, stop.
And it's the third straight hole where we're still right by the road, so you still hear cars easily passing by. Be a bit of a distraction.
This one was just straight as a string. I think
He looked like he was hugging the.
yeah, I think
tree line.
that left side tree line is OB as well.
Yeah, see, three straight holes that were kind of very similar to each other.
Now, he was the one from Canada.
Right. He's from Canada, and then Matthew's from like South Florida. Two very different climates and so far away from each other. He hasn't lost his hat in a while.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe he finally put the chin strap on. Oh, he's got it on, but he doesn't have it tightened up. Only for the shots, and he releases it real quick.
Great shot. Yeah, nice move.
That.
Where'd you throw there?
Through the zone. I missed that zone.
Yeah, you unfortunately lost that zone
At
in
the Eagle.
At the Eagle up in Jasper,
Oh,
so.
man.
That was such a good one too.
He actually apparently went diving in the water a few weeks ago trying to find it with about 40 degrees outside. He misses it that much.
It was a good one. It's like,
He's praying for a drought so he can get out there and try to find it sometime.
Was it one that was already kind of seasoned in? good
oh
for
yeah,
you?
oh yeah. Like I could throw it. Man, I just missed the flight of it because I could throw it hard
Ooh,
and it would
just off the
turn
chains.
just a little and then come back. So, it's a
Just
really
off the chains on a long birdie putt.
Really straight disc.
That's kind of the only one that has a habit of doing that, waving his disc like that before putting or whatever, or throwing. Oh, no, just off the chain.
Yeah, honestly, I never understood why people do that. Fan their hand.
Good too, Will.
Or you see everybody?
There you go. That's
It's
my
kind of
bird.
a nervous habit, yeah.
Got some of that.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that was your second birdie of the day, yeah.
There you go.
Ready to bounce back from that double with a birdie. Okay. And as I said, Will with the birdie on that one. Josh actually took a bogey.
Probably found that left side would be.
And Zach and Matthew with pars on that. So Zach +1, Matthew +2, and Josh Will +4 right now. And again, there's nothing at all on this course to be ashamed of those scores. It was a very tough course. Hole 12, par 4, 356.
356 par.
I didn't know it's gonna be so short.
It's tight OB on this hole.
No, just not really.
Actually, I may be wrong on that. It probably is a 3, I believe. Yeah, I may have mislabeled it. So I gotta fix that.
Yeah, it's somewhere between the back pine and the tree after it.
This is one, I think, where the cart path and over is OB. Or at least over the cart path on the right side. You drive on the cart path, but.
Mm.
Well, the cart path itself ain't maybe an OB once you get past the tee pad. Like I said.
Is the basket to the left of the cart path?
Right.
Yes, yes.
And then in that little group of trees.
Up the hill on the
Yeah.
group of trees.
Yeah, just kind of behind them.
Oh, there it
Nice.
is. We haven't seen that in a while.
There you go.
He's pretty proficient at that.
Got all the skills.
Yes, I do that little thing too. I think just more nervous habit than anything else, you know, when you do. And it sure doesn't help me, you know that. Funny thing is, he fanned it with his right hand, but throws with his left.
Looked like a nice shot.
He's probably drying off his left hand.
Now you got experience with that with sweaty hands.
I have pretty sweaty hands. I don't remember it being that windy out there.
You use a dry bag?
Sometimes.
When he remembers to put one in his bag.
Yeah, sometimes. I usually just use a towel most of the time. So it dries my hair. Short from that.
I think the only time I really use a dry bag is when it's raining,
Right.
or if it's like really, really humid out, and sweat's running down my arm and my hands.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't use one.
That's Josh.
Yeah, I try to set up
There you
ways
go.
back if I could, that way it
I
wouldn't.
won't be a guy. Put this in there.
And he did.
Yeah.
There's another back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birds.
It's 2 in a row, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always try to set it back here on this course as much as I could to try to stay out of everyone's way as good as possible. Now, when we go to
Oh.
Mester down in
roll
Evansville,
out.
yeah, big rollaway. We go to Mester in Evansville, it's gonna be the opposite, because it's really, really hard place to stand down there.
This is a tighter course.
Much tighter.
How unfortunate.
I often say, to disc golf, nothing punishes near success more than disc golf does.
Game of inches.
There we go.
Well, yeah, so you barely missed the putt, and you suffer the 40-foot roll away from it because of it. There
Yeah.
you go.
Then you're putting in the same spot again. It's like, how come I didn't do that the first time?
Do that the first
Yeah.
time, exactly.
And you're just like, more pissed.
And this was funny because it made the exact same scores as on the last hole was there too. And Will gets the birdie, Josh at the bogey, and then Matthew and Zachary both with pars, so.
There you go.
William here. Do you need a reliable, overstable driver, a couple extra putters, or just a cool wall hanger? Then check out Iron City Discs and their ever-growing selection. Head to ironcitydisc.com and use my discount code at checkout to save 10% off your order. And if you're in the Birmingham area, check out their 3 locations for even more great stuff. Iron City Discs. Step up your game.
And we're back with hole 13, par 3, 312.
We're going through a little birdie stretch here.
Now this is a much tougher hole than it looks because you've got all those weeds right there going up to the hill. It's OB.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I seen the basket is up there by the green.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
up there by the green. It's up top of the hill.
That
Yeah.
little, and that little road right there is OB as well. On or across it, right.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a tough landing.
It is. Definitely a little more backhand friendly, tighter for a forehand. You also got that tree on the left, which cuts that one off.
And you're gonna see that the trees with the wind are picking up too, so. It's a hot, windy day. Wind.
What was this?
This was June.
June?
Yeah, this is like June and towards the end of the month. Now, not as humid as it is down here that time of year, but still plenty hot.
What was that?
I don't know what that was exactly. Touchdown. Yeah.
I don't think he was happy with that.
I don't think he was.
planned in safe or?
I think that was OB, I think it
Or
was
yeah,
OB,
I
he
think
was in the
that was
weeds.
OB. Yeah. I think it was OB.
Come here if you were the weed, I think you were in the weeds if that was your.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
You're going
was it
straight in there.
where that guy standing back there, in
Yeah, I think
the
right
distance,
about
is,
there.
is that in bounds if he was not in that flat area right there? Was that,
Right, if
was
he
that
was,
safe?
right, if he was in.
So only in the,
Yeah,
only in the shoe?
Only in the shrubs right there.
So you get that little narrow strip there between the green and.
Yeah,
and
they just still got that green to worry about.
And I found out too, on Saturday's round, I was up, there was a disc there, I think it was, might have been Williams, somebody was trying to find there too, and I managed to find a bee's nest or something out there that fortunately didn't see me, but.
You recall if that, was that a headwind on this shot? You recall?
I think this was, seems like, because it was,
Ooh, nice run.
yeah.
312, it seemed like it should be fairly easy to reach. Or just the nerves of the OB and.
Maybe, or it was also a backhand shot.
I said, Williams curses his backhands all the time. Again, I don't know why you're so non-confident in your backhand if you throw.
It's like, I use a lot this offseason to get out and work on it, improve it.
I mean, I know you want more distance, but still, you're
I
still.
need to do the same with my flick.
I mean, I know you're not confident with the distance, but still between 3 and 350.
I'm just not, that's why you see me out there a lot on turnover deals, because I don't have a flick.
Yeah.
But I'm comfortable with it. I throw the flick when I have to.
Here comes Will. Is it my turn?
Full energy.
And everybody finishes putting out. So that one, William and Matthew took bogeys, and Zach and Josh with pars. And on to hole 14, 724 par 4. This is a interesting hole here because it's got a dog leg left. You got a Mando down there in that tree that's, you see kind of to the right of that building.
The redwood tree. Yeah.
So
Got it.
I just want to push
Well,
one.
it took the wind that was going right to left.
I feel like every
And,
single throw I've had.
and of course you're going over this green too, so you gotta, I mean, even though it's not a great distance still, you know.
Yeah, you don't make it over there, right here.
What do you have?
You just kind of want to push one to the top of that hill up there.
Yeah.
And you'll be handy.
Set yourself up for a good second shot. All about placement.
A lot of power. Got some
Nice. Nice shot. Yes, sir.
On
Little
force.
force.
Yeah.
The force be with you again.
Nope, I
But,
changed my mind.
no, I don't wanna do that, I'll do something else.
Changed my mind. I just needed a towel.
Oh, no.
Just needed a towel. Looks handy.
There you go.
Let's see what the lefty's got. Should play well for a lefty. Hide her away from the Mando.
Yeah.
Right out there on the plateau.
And of course, a very loud bird singing in the background too.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Uh-oh.
And the basket is kind of where that big tree, that last tree there on your left is. It's to
Down in the
the,
shadows.
kind of behind and to the right of it, yeah, close to the road.
Golf cart.
That was just a mishandle.
Yeah, so the tournament marshal just riding for
And we're trying to play the hole and it drive right through. Like,
It's a pretty good line.
and you can see there on your left, there's that Mando sign that's on that tree, so that's,
I can't remember if he missed it or not. It's way out there. And that was a crush. It's throwing a long one.
yeah, that's a,
Just a
backhand.
Just a putter approach.
you know, I think you can hear me in the middle of, after changing the battery, trying to screw the GoPro back into the stand.
Nice run.
Yeah. Long one too.
Lefty's got-
Guess I do.
Great
There you
putt.
go.
Good putt.
Good putt.
Wow. Is that my
Sweet. Back in.
Nice parking.
was that from my bird?
No, it's parking. So Matthew actually took a bogey on that, everybody else got pars.
Oh, you did miss the end of
What are those buildings back there? Is that part of the maintenance?
I
of the
guess,
course?
I guess so, it's,
More, probably keep mowers and stuff in there.
yeah, there's a bunch of them back there, I don't know why all was in there, but.
Yeah.
Hole 15, par 3, yeah, this is a very
This is-
tricky par 3.
Gee.
Yeah. And it plays like 90 degrees left.
Mhm.
So you kind of just want a huge, just backhand and left, and then this cart path swirl around, and if you go too deep, you're OB, and if you go too far left, like inside, it's OB as well. It's-
Because you got the tree, you know, because you got woodline, that's OB. You're between, this point, you're between those buildings and hole 7. There's, you know, see on your right there to the pond that played on hole 7 right here, so.
Yeah.
And then you wind up being just short of the pond that played on hole 6.
What are you throwing here?
I think I threw a captain's raptor on this one. Just something.
So are you trying to, is this like trying to set yourself up placement shot?
Right,
To get-
just trying to, I mean, cause if you do go too long, you'll go OB, so I just threw this thing flat and just let it work.
Yeah, I don't think I checked on this whenever, man, I don't know if there's any birdies on this hole, but if there were, they would have to be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, it's,
Yeah, that looks like a nice stable raptor there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's 478 and a 3, and you're throwing blind at the basket from where you're at, so.
Yeah.
Lefty going with a flick. Not bad. Wish I could do that.
Now, the basket is way down here to the left on
Yeah.
that last little rise.
Surrounded by OB on that tree line.
You or me, I can go if not.
Oh, it goes down and cuts up to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that shadow area where that shadow's laying.
Right, right.
It's like it's,
These rocks aren't OB, I can stand on them.
and the cart path was OB also?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right of it. Yeah.
I said, for such a wide open course, there's an awful lot of OB in this one.
Yeah.
So to make it that much more challenging.
That's what you gotta do on these ball golf courses.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there you have a drop zone, I think, for,
I don't know if that was a
Is
drop
it?
zone or it was just like a golf tee.
It's like you get
Straight up.
inside the circle.
I think right there, it's just a golf tee, but.
Wondering about the OB, how tight it is.
You should be on the backhand right there.
I know it, but I'm stubborn.
And actually hyzers right to the bucket.
Right, but I'm stubborn. I think it does work out.
Straight up,
Yeah.
Bill.
As long as it works out. You gotta throw what you're comfortable with. Looks like he's in the circle. Did they have the circles marked?
Nope.
Putt.
Yeah, I don't think they did, not even
Nope,
like
didn't.
That's
whiskers or
surprising.
anything.
Yeah, they weren't painted on any of the courses, I think.
That's pretty surprising. You see a lot of people putting down the little whiskers now
Yeah,
instead of
that's what I was
painting.
thinking.
Now, they had the whiskers down, so.
Yeah.
And this is a permanent course too. This is, they didn't just, it's not temporary. This is a permanent disc golf course, so I'm kinda surprised they didn't let them go ahead and paint circles for it.
What was the total footage on this layout, you know?
It was 8,752.
That's not shabby.
You saw that 913-foot one on hole 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the longest hole.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, yeah, hole 18.
18.
18 is the
18's
Mac Daddy of the long
18's the Mac Daddy, yeah.
It was. Yeah.
We'll see that here shortly. Okay, and that was hole 15, which, see, Zachary and Joshua took bogeys, Will, Matthew had pars, and we'll be right back.
There you go.
Hey, it's William. Do your hands get sweaty so that this happens to you? Then check out Dry Flight Golf Sacks. They'll help you keep your grip with a wide variety of designs. They also make great player pack editions, and you can request custom prints to suit your needs. Go to dryflightgolfsacks.com and use my code to save 10% on your order. Dry Flight, hang on tight.
And we're back with hole 16, par 3, 376.
This one played to my forte.
Mhm.
It was pretty straight.
And this was another one where the cut of the grass marked OB, I believe.
It's just before that
There
path
you
up
go.
next to that tree.
Yeah,
Now, did y'all have carts for this, or did y'all have to walk it?
had to walk, yeah.
During the practice round, we did have,
I
they
guess-
let people drive carts around, but during the sanctioned rounds, we had to walk it.
I guess, there probably not enough cars for the amount of people that were there,
Yeah.
so.
Now, we went to Emporia, played DDO, we played practice round, and filmed one of them there too at Mooney, Emporia Municipal, the public disc golf course, so they have two disc golf courses out there set up, and the Estonians were there.
Yeah.
And they had all the disc golf, they had all the carts. Like like 5 or 6 of them out there, they all had their own cart, out there playing, so.
Crazy. Kept the head on.
Yeah.
Straight in, there you go.
Safe. She's safe.
You were playing Emporia before?
The only time I played the glass blown in 2010. That was the only time I've ever played. I finished second.
My goodness.
And what division were you in?
50 plus masters. Jay Redding beat me. Yeti. Beat me by a couple of strokes.
Which courses did you play at that year? Do you remember? Or,
We played, it was Jones East and West.
Yeah.
Before they combined it into one course. And what is is that one?
The country club?
Monkey Island?
Oh, yeah,
Peter
yeah,
Pan.
Peter Pan, yeah.
Peter Pan, yeah. Yeah, that's the 3 course, or those
Yeah.
3 courses is all we played.
I'm not sure if they're at Elm Jones, if they've gotten rid of the 2 east and west, or they just had the gold laying on top of it, or what they're
Yeah,
doing with it.
I'm not sure if they still have them, or they just, from what I understand, they just turned it into 1 course.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope they, cause.
Yeah, that was 2 great courses.
No, well, now, east drove me crazy. I mean, west I really liked. East though was like North Jasper on steroids with all the OB and stuff.
Yeah, that's just a long haul out there from Alabama.
Yeah, it's 11 and a half hours for us to get there.
Yeah, you really need to fly. That's just a long
Well, even if you fly,
drive.
you land at Kansas City, you're still like 2 hours away.
Yeah.
There's a miss, a couple. We're trying for birdies and not quite getting there for them. You hear the wind, even the
Oh, yeah.
sound turned down, you hear the wind coming across that microphone. It got gusty. I think it was like it could get 20, 25 miles an hour or so up there under some of the gusts.
Oh,
Yeah, 3 birdie chances of just missing.
it's tough putting in that wind if it's cranking.
Yeah. A little deep.
Scary.
Took a little far.
Yeah, Will went a little deep on his, but still it's only about 15 footer or so, 15, 20
Yeah,
foot.
Not too far.
And he hits his birdie putt.
Do you think about like when the wind's blowing and you're throwing your upshot or a drive, do you try to position yourself where you're not where you're not putting into a headwind shot?
I don't really think about
Or-
that too much, no.
Well, now you got something to think about.
Yeah.
You're throwing your upshot, but try to make sure you're gonna set yourself up
To where it
where you're
won't
not
be, yeah,
not
in a
throwing
headwind.
putting into a headwind,
Right.
especially if it's really blowing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So, go ahead and say on that one too, Will got his bird, everyone else got pars.
Yeah, good job.
Yep. Did you say Chris is coming back a little bit, or he closing up, or?
Yeah, he's gonna come look at the turn-in discs.
So Zach +2, Will +3, Matthew +4, Josh +6 at this point.
How do you say his last name?
I'm not gonna try it again. Hole 17, par 3, 326. I probably butchered it in the first video, so I
Sometimes
don't
it's
wanna,
best to leave it alone.
yeah, I probably butchered it in the first video trying to say it, so I don't know if I'm gonna try to do it again.
This one was quite a low ceiling as well.
Yeah, this was when we were coming back, I think maybe from the first video on hole 3, we were playing beneath the basket. This one, I think's got a putting green in front of it.
Yeah, it does, just to the left of it.
And
And it
it's-
slopes way
And,
down.
yeah, and it slopes, so it's sitting on the side of the hill, so,
It's quite treacherous.
though, even though it's on the side of the hill and you got the cart path at the bottom, there was no OB on that side of it. So,
Just the green.
so they were being kind of generous to not penalize you further if you went down the hill.
They like to utilize these trees off the tee pad.
And in case you're wondering, I think
To create these low shots where you can't.
Definitely.
Yeah, and in case you're wondering, I think I missed Will's tee shot on this one, so, cause he was,
I think I remember this one. I think I hit a tree and landed short. Not the first one though. I think it was one up near the basket.
yeah, Will plays like he's on a chess clock or something there too, sometimes. He just throws
Go.
like, I'm not gonna sit here, I'm not gonna take the whole, I'm not gonna have the whole 30 seconds, I'm gonna throw, make my 3 seconds.
That's something I don't.
And if you watched the first round, you saw where this happened, and it happened again here, where the GoPro cut off, and I thought it was back on to record, so it's not. So we'll now hear back again to do a little bit of improvisation on this. So tell us about this a little bit more, Will.
This one, it's a real low ceiling off the tee. It's also, the green is about almost like 70 degrees slope. It's on a very, very bad angle. There's also a golf green to the left that's also OB.
Yeah, so you got a Guardian green in the front and a Death Putt set up in the back, which,
Yeah, I landed a little short, so I was just,
yeah, I think you had mentioned on there too that you thought you hit that tree.
yeah.
So here it's, that's, I'm not sure. I think that's
Zachary.
Zach back there. Yeah, I couldn't tell.
No, that's Josh.
That's not
Sorry,
Josh.
that's the Canadian.
Yeah, Zachary's in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he missed. He managed to land the other side of the green.
I think he was in it, if I remember correctly. Maybe not. I think he did get a bogey though.
Yeah, and Zachary did land on the green, so it's going to take his relief. That's disappointing, you know, make such a big long shot like that too. You wind up OB on a green.
Yeah, I did it several times
Nice
so far.
Yeah, playing it safe, laying it up. Again, even though those cart paths were not listed as OB, you still don't want the feeling of having to try to put back uphill.
Yeah, it's I don't know if the video does it justice enough. It's steep.
Yeah, Zach again, they're just laying up, laying up his par shot.
Yep.
There's Josh. And yeah, just a little short on the par putt there.
Clean up my three.
Your three. Again, this hole, dangerous as it is, three is not, you know, anything to sneer at.
Right.
It's one of those holes that could be so much worse so fast.
True that. The Inverness treatment.
Mm-hmm. For those of you who have never been to Birmingham, Inverness is, of course, everybody loves to hate around here because you've got not quite maybe not 18 holes worth, but you certainly have about 14 or 15 holes of this very type of thing where rollaways can go 40 feet downhill. So
Plus, it's tight woods.
that it is. It's everybody's favorite or their most despised.
Right.
So Zachary 2, Will 3, Matthew 5, Joshua 7, as Matt and Josh both took bogeys on that hole. And here we come to the monster,
The big
1,127 feet. So tell us about this one.
This one is you just want a monster crush off of this one. You want several monster crushes off this one. Of course, I had to pulled out my very fast driver, had to show off for the gallery to the left there under the tree.
Yeah, so what you got here?
It's a Big Z nuke.
Yeah. As I said, there was a backup on this hole of about 2 cards, so we had to sit and wait about 10 minutes in the shade to be able to
You got
finish
plenty
the
of
round.
rest on that
Yep.
one.
Rest?
You got plenty of rest to get the energy for that one.
Yeah, I heard that other thing too.
And he doesn't have any of that now.
Zach here for his.
I'm predicting a hat catch on this one.
You would think so, because he figures when we throw this thing as hard as he can.
True that.
And
There
there it is.
There it was. It doesn't even fall off very fast. It just when he comes around to finish and follow through, it just catches it. It's very, very, very smart.
Like I said, one day if he's on the Pro Tour, that will be his trademark. The hat catch.
Those tee boxes are really nice.
Yeah, like I said, I've never seen anything like that before, but that is very interesting how they have those, the slits built into it to drain water down, into the bottom of them.
Yes.
I kind of have to wonder though how well how well they last from wear and tear over the years or two before they start
Crumbling in.
a little bit. And Joshua his throw. Yeah. Another good thing is too that while there is OB on either side of this fairway, it is a very broad fairway. So
It is very wide.
if you go OB on either side of this, you can definitely say you asked for it.
Yeah.
Matthew, the second shot, approaching the pond. So again, do mention it too. There is that that large pond that is just before the basket. So really, it's not just distance; it's placement that you've also
Right.
got to really focus on too. Try to get yourself positioned. Hopefully, after your second shot, to where you can get over in 3 and then have a birdie chance.
Right.
Yeah. Unless you're Simon Mazat, in which case maybe you're over in 2. But
Possible.
getting your money's worth out of that Bushnell rangefinder. I think after this one,
Things are handy.
I think after this, after many times you've used that, we need to see about getting you a sponsorship of them. I mean,
That would be
William Holt only uses Bushnell rangefinders. Bushnell, the choice of champions. Yeah. When you go on the Pro Tour, then we can. That's going to be your sponsor.
Bushnell.
Zachary making his approach shot in good position for getting over in 3. Matthew's kind of short in his second shot, so now he's approaching on his 3rd. Josh also a little short.
I think this was his second though, so he still has a chance to get his bird.
No, actually, this is his 3rd shot because his first shot will land a ball off to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
On the trees, this was his 3rd.
There I am using my Bushnell rangefinder.
So here's your third shot. Or maybe that was his. I don't know. Or was he OB at some point? A little foreshadowing here.
Just taking a force, just forcing it over there. A little flex on it.
Very good position. I think you're just to the right of that tree.
There you go, Will. Great shot.
Zach, this is his 3rd shot.
Oh, he missed the hat. Did you see that?
Oh, I didn't see him miss the hat. Yeah. And unfortunately, he missed more than that because he actually wound up OB. That road, that old dirt road there actually is OB, and he landed just over it. And there's a shot. Clean, it's over.
Think you're over.
And I'm not sure if Josh went OB or something or
He
not.
might have not made it all the way there.
Yeah, because
Because the water didn't. The water was OB, but there was also a painted line before it.
yeah, so it looks like he's taking relief here.
I'm smelling the tulips.
Actually, those were lilies, but oh well.
Not very educated on my flowers, I guess.
Yeah, interesting they're using orange lilies because what I know about them, those are supposed to be they're often called ditch lilies because they grow wild in ditches and they're also supposed to be very invasive. So they're not the sort of thing you want to plant in your flower garden because they'll quickly take it over.
Take it over. Exactly. Almost like a pretty weed.
That's cool. The difference between a weed and a plant is weed grows someplace you don't want it to. A plant does. Zach taking his. So there's a little horticultural advice to go along with your disc golf. Zach here now said, would have been if he just managed to stay in, would have been a great birdie chance here, but this is for par. And he drains it. Saves par. Which again, this hole, especially after you've been playing for over 3 hours in 95-degree heat, throwing 1,127 feet, par on this hole is nothing to sneeze at. And you're down there here now with your birdie chance.
Yep.
Oh,
Just a tad high. You had a few of those during the day. You
just went out through those chains.
Okay, this is actually I think this is actually his bogey pump right here. As you may hear in the background here too, the heat pump kicking on. It is kicking on for air and not for heat. Today is December 7th, and it was 80 degrees here today in Alabama almost. The thing is, by next weekend, it's supposed to be back around 50 for the high. So.
It's a great time right now.
Yep. It feels more like Easter than Christmas right now. So with that, I said, Zach and Will with pars, Matthew and Joshua bogeys. So Zach finishes 2 over, Will 3 over, Matthew 6, and Joshua 8. There's your standings after 1 round. Again, this is, remember, there are 2 pools. The other one was playing at Meisner, so not quite really a good Mesker. I'm sorry, why do I keep calling him Meisner? Mesker. So really, which is overall probably an easier course and not quite a good comparison between the two, really. So after round two, then after round, you really get more of a sense of where everyone's true place is. Okay, so again, we had right here some wrap up thoughts from TK and stuff, but unfortunately, we don't have it. But he will be joining us again for round two. So what'd you think about that round overall, Will?
It was all right. I think I stayed for what happened. Honestly, I think I stayed pretty neutral. There was a lot of OB strokes out there that I took.
Yeah, that's a very tough course if you're not used to playing. No, we did have one practice round out there on Monday when we got there, but yeah, you need one practice round to really be able to master that course. So
yeah.
Anyway, so that's the end of round one. Round two will be from Mesker, and we'll have that out here as well in the next few days. So once again, I'm David.
I'm William.
And big thank you once again to Tim Keith, TK as we know him, for doing this for us. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good evening. Bye, guys.